everyone, welcome back to Pabbly. In this video, we are going to learn how to write book reviews using AI agent. So let's suppose I'm running book reviews blog and I want to improve my online presence. For that, I regularly want to post on WordPress. Doing this manually will consume a lot of time, so I'm completely going to automate this process. And to do this automation, I'm going to use Pabbly Connect. So Pabbly Connect is an amazing automation and integration software which requires no coding or programming skills. Here I just need to build connection between Google Sheets, OpenAI. Here I'm going to take my AI agent as OpenAI and then WordPress. With the help of Pabbly Connect, I'm going to build this connection in such a way that whenever I'm going to add a new data in my Google Sheets spreadsheet, the blog will be automatically created with the help of OpenAI, and then this post will be automatically created on my WordPress. Now, if you want to learn the step-by-step process, then let me take you all to my screen. In this video, we are going to see how to write book reviews using AI agent. For this, I have created an automation workflow where I have built connection between Google Sheets, OpenAI and WordPress. And now I am going to check this once whether it is working fine or not. For that, I am going to open my Google Sheets which I have created by the name book reviews, and I am going to add all the fields over here. And as soon as I add all the fields, a post should be automatically created on my WordPress over here. So I am quickly going to add all the fields. So here I have added the book title as the Atomic Habits, the author as James Clear, summary field as a guide on habit building using small changes, and the review tone as professional. So now here, as soon as I have added this, post should be automatically created on my WordPress. So I'm going to refresh this page once and let's wait for the response. And here we can see that we have created this post, Atomic Habits. I'm going to click on this view and let's open this post, and here it has been created. I have specified the word limit and this post has been created under that limit only. So this is how this automation workflow is going to run. And now to learn how to create this, let's start reading this from the beginning. In this video, we are going to learn how to write book reviews using AI agent. For this, I am going to create automation between Google Sheets, OpenAI and WordPress with the help of Pabbly Connect. So this is the landing page of Pabbly, and you can visit this simply by typing pabbly.com/connect in your browser. Now, after browsing this website, we need to sign in to our Pabbly account. On the top right corner, you can see two options, sign in and sign up for free. If you are an existing user, click on the sign in, and if you are a new user, click on the sign up for free, and this will give you 100 tasks free on monthly basis. As I'm an existing user, I'll click on the sign in. And here all Pabbly apps page has appeared, which is showing me all the Pabbly applications. I'm going to click on this Pabbly Connect Access Now. And it has taken me towards this dashboard where I will be able to find all my workflows over here and all the folders which I've created over here. Now, if you want to create a new folder, simply click on this plus icon, and from here you can create a new folder. For now, I want to create a new workflow, for which I need to click on this Create Workflow button. And first I need to provide the workflow name, and then I have to select the folder in which I want to save that workflow. So first, let's name this workflow as How to Write Book Reviews Using AI Agent. And now I need to select my folder. So these are the folders which have been created, and here I'm going to select this as AI Agent and then click on Create. So here workflow created successfully. As soon as I click on Create, two boxes have appeared in front of me. One is trigger, other is action. So trigger says when this happens, and action says do this. So trigger is basically an event which starts the automation of a workflow. There can be only one trigger step in a workflow, but as many as action steps as you want. Here in this workflow, I want to write book reviews using AI agent, which means whenever I'm going to add a new title or a topic in my Google Sheets spreadsheet, a post will be automatically created for that book review on my WordPress, which means whenever I'm going to add a new detail in my Google Sheets spreadsheet, this complete workflow here will get triggered, because trigger says when this happens. So when I'm going to add a new title and all these fields in my Google Sheets spreadsheet, and then action says do this, then generate the book review and then create a post on my WordPress. So here in my trigger application, I will be taking Google Sheets, and then in my action application, I will be taking OpenAI and then WordPress. So here in my trigger application, let me quickly take Google Sheets. And then in my trigger event, I'm going to take this new or updated spreadsheet row. Now I need to make connection between Google Sheets and Pabbly Connect for whichever book URL is provided to me, and this webbook URL is going to act as a bridge to connect my Google Sheets with Pabbly Connect. So reading this help desk, I'm going to build this connection, and to make this connection, let me open my Google Sheets spreadsheet. So this is the spreadsheet which I've created by the name book reviews, and I'm quickly going to add all the details in these fields. So here I have added all the details. The book title is The Midnight Library. We have the author as Matt Haig. We have the genre as fiction. The summary is a woman explores alternate lives in a mystical library. Then we have the review tone as casual. Now here I have added all the details, and I want to send all these details to my Pabbly Connect workflow so that this detail could be processed and a post could be created on this book review. So for that, what we have to do, we have to make connection between Pabbly Connect and Google Sheets. For that, I'm going to go towards this extensions, go to add-ons, and then click on this get add-ons. Here Google Workspace Marketplace will appear in front of me where I need to search for Pabbly Connect Webbooks. And it is showing install because I have already installed this in my Google Sheets. But if you are doing this for the first time, make sure that you follow the same process and install this Pabbly Connect Webbooks. Now after that you install this, it will start appearing over here. Now from here we have to go towards this initial setup. And this box has appeared in front of me where I need to enter the webbook URL and the trigger column. So here, this is the same webbook URL which I'm provided in my Pabbly Connect workflow. So I'm going to copy this webbook URL and paste that webbook URL over here. Next, I need to enter this trigger column. So the trigger column will be a final data entry column on which if the data is added, the whole of that row data will be sent to the webbook URL. So here my final data entry column or the end column or the last column is column E, which means whenever I'm going to add a data in this particular column, the complete row data will be sent to Pabbly Connect. So over here, I'm simply going to click on this send test, and you will see that the test data will be sent to my Pabbly Connect workflow. And here we can see that we have received this. And now to make this setup, I have to click on this submit. So here the setup configured successfully. We have successfully added the webbook URL which I was provided in my Pabbly Connect to this Google Sheets spreadsheet. And now I have to follow a very important step. I have to go towards this extensions, go to Pabbly Connect Webbooks, and then click on the send on event. So this step will make sure whatever data we add in future, it is sent to Pabbly Connect. Now I'm going to go back towards my workflow, and if I scroll down, I can see that I have received this response. We have received all the rows data which we have added in the Google Sheets. The spreadsheet name was book reviews, and here are the rest of the details. The book title was The Midnight Library. The tone was casual, and here are the rest of the details. Here, as soon as I've added the details, I have received that response here in this workflow, and this shows the connection setup that we have created between Pabbly Connect and Google Sheets with the help of this webbook URL is successful. And now whenever I'm going to add a new detail in my Google Sheets spreadsheet, I'm going to start capturing that response here in this workflow. Now moving on to the next step, whenever I'm going to add a new detail in my Google Sheets spreadsheet, I want to generate book review with the help of my AI agent, and here I'm going to take my AI agent as OpenAI. So here my action application is OpenAI, and then my action event is ChatGPT, and then click on connect. If you have an existing connection, go with save. If you don't have one, click on this add new connection, and now to make this connection, we have to enter the token. Following the help desk given below, I'm going to enter this token, and I'm going to click on the hyperlink. And it has taken me towards this API keys page. Now to create a new API token, I simply need to click on this create new secret key. First, I have to name this key. So let's say the name is test. The project will be default project and the permissions will be all. And then I simply need to click on this create secret key. A new API token will be provided to me, which I need to copy and simply paste that over here. Here I'm going to select the existing connection as I have created this connection multiple times. That's why I'm going to select the existing connection and then go with save. Here OpenAI is connected with Pabbly Connect, and now I have to enter this AI model in the prompt. From this drop down, I'm going to select my AI model as GPT-4o Mini. Next, I need to enter the prompt. So I'm going to enter the prompt in a way that I have entered or received all the details from my Google Sheets, which is like the book title and the rest of the details. And I want to generate a book review on that particular detail, which I'm going to add in my Google Sheets, which I have received from my Google Sheets. So here I'm going to enter the prompt like, So here I have entered the prompt, write a 300-word book review for the following. You can either decrease or increase the word limit. Then I have added title, author, genre, summary, tone. Include summary, what makes it interesting, who should read it, and a rating. Generate the content in the proper formatting. Now over here I am going to add all the details, but I am not going to enter these details manually. Instead I am going to use a method called mapping, which means I am going to enter the data from the previous response. Now here I have received the response from Google Sheets, and when I click on this field I can see this Google Sheets. When I click on this I can see all the response which I have received from there. Here I am going to enter the book title as The Midnight Library, the author as the Matt Haig, the genre as fiction, the summary as a woman explores alternate lives in mystical library, and then the tone as casual. Over here mapping is important so that every time you receive a new response, it is taken into consideration in this field. Manually entering the data will make this field static and the information will not change even if you have received the new response. Over here, if I manually enter any detail, this field will become static, and every time I receive a new response, the result will not change. So as to keep this field dynamic, we use this process mapping instead of manually entering the details. Now that I have entered all these details, I am simply going to click on the save and send test request, and let's wait for the response. So here I have received this response. In this message content, I have my response, the book review for this Midnight Library. And then I have received the rest of the response, like first what this book is about, then we have the theme of this book, and then who can read this book. So I'm going to post this or create a post on my WordPress, as this is a very nice post. So I'm going to click on this add action step button, and then in the action application I'm going to take this as WordPress. We have to remember that according to the prompt which we are entering, we are going to receive the response in this AI agent or the OpenAI. So we have to enter a very nice and a clear prompt so that we can generate the response which we want. In my action event, I'm going to select this as create a post and then click on connect. If you have an existing connection, go with save. If you don't have one, click on this add new connection. And now to make this connection, I have to enter all these details. Now to get this base URL, I'm going to open my WordPress, and on the top in this URL, I have this paytovault.com/wp3. So I'm going to copy until wp3 becomes my base URL. So I have entered that. Now I'm going to enter this email or the password, which means I'm going to enter my login credentials of WordPress. After entering all these details, I'm simply going to click on the save. It is always advisable to keep your applications logged in for the easy authorization. And here authorization successful, which means WordPress is connected with Pabbly Connect. And now I have to enter all these details. So first I'm going to select my post type as post. My post title is the book title, which is this, which I have mapped from my Google Sheets response. I'm going to enter the post content as this, which I have generated from my AI agent. These fields are not required when I'm going to skip this. I'm going to keep the status as published. From this drop down, you can select your status of this post. The category ID and tags are not required fields, so I'm going to skip this. I'm going to toggle on this featured media, and then I'm going to remove this. If I select that from the drop down, it will become static and it will keep posting on all of my posts. The format is standard. Ping status is open, comment status is open. I'm going to select my author ID as this, and then rest of the fields are not required ones, so I'm going to skip this. I have entered all the required details, and now I'm simply going to click on the save and send test request, and let's wait for the response. So here I have received the response. I'm quickly going to open my WordPress and check whether a post has been created or not. So on the left hand side where I can see all these options, I'm going to click on this all posts. And over here I can see that I have created this post instantly. Let's open this. So this is the post which we have created, the Midnight Library, and this is the book review. And we have created this review according to the prompt which we have given to the AI agent. Now to summarize, we took Google Sheets as a trigger application where we made connection with Pabbly Connect with the help of this webhook URL. We added a detail and received the response there in this workflow. Then we moved to the next step where we wanted OpenAI to generate the review for us. So we entered the prompt, entered all the details. It generated a book review for us, which we posted as a post on my WordPress. So this is how this automation workflow is going to run. And here we have successfully created automation between Google Sheets, OpenAI, and WordPress with the help of Pabbly Connect. I hope you like this video. Thanks for watching.
Not only these applications, but you can integrate many more applications with the help of Pabbly Connect. Now, if you have any doubt, you can reach us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any query, you can reach us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issue, you can visit the website given over here. Also, if you find our videos helpful, do share it with your friends and like and subscribe to our channel.